Check out. 140.
Alert three.
Hey, check.
Check three. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey, Charlie.
Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Go.
Third and long. It's Love. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Round 80.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Devon Kennard. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Mike 54. Mike 54. He's tired of you. He's tired of us. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Half 85, half 85.
All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, he's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 62 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. A nice run on 1st down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Locke. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Show it up, show it up. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. You go tight. You go, close. You got tight right there.
From the 50, it's Locke. On the catch, it's Crowder. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. Here we go on 4th. Locke. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Hey, Orbit.
42's the mic, boy. 42's the mic.
Hey, check.
Hey, switch gears.
From the gun, here's Love. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the way. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Right there.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike.
319! Alert!
Here we go.
You draw quarters.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
A first down carry for Smith. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, one set. Half 85. 54. Hey, seam 6.
Mike 5-4. Stop your whining. Slam. Jab.
Half.
Fresno.
Alert.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Open man is Michael Thomas. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
47-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Hey, check Mike 54.
Hey, Alpha.
54. We got double up. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 11. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 41, Luck. This is Riddick on the screen. There he goes, right side. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A huge play there on the screen pass. 51 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run here with Edwards. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 8-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive?
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
Yo. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Alert. Half.
Switch.
We go.
Operating from the gun, Allen. This is complete to Michael Thomas. A breakaway from Michael Thomas. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Thomas, 61 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Myers connects on the PAT. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's into the clear. The 20. A big run there by Johnson. Give him 58 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Gus Edwards with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Browns 20, Ravens 14. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice roller.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Devon Kennard picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second down, Allen. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Allen now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Allen now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Crunch time, defense.
Hey, watch that. Check.
Here's Allen to throw it. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Mike 54. Kill. Shift. Watch the shift.
Alert.
On third and long, it's Allen. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the screen. Pass. Joker.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
56. You ain't got nothing.
Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4.
Hey, box drop.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, home.
Throwing again. Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go four verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
36.
Now Allen throwing again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Gus Edwards saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now Love, and he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw again on second down. Allen. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Go. Go.
Check.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that's complete to Adams. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Allen now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, he'll let this go for the end. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Davante Adams, 32 yards, and the Ravens cut into that lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Throwing now is Allen. The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up 4th.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Allen. And Adams Simmons has it, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's first and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
At the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Not today. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Middle.
Set.
Here's Riddick. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Half 10. Oh, you got deep?
Deuce. Undercrunch.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You don't want it. Hey, watch it.
Middle.
Allen to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check. Hey, echo.
54. Hey, watch the slant. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, it's Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey, tight.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
You must be dreaming.
Right there. 54.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, watch it go.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Five.
Now Allen again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Pull it together. Chance.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And now look at him go. He's at the 40. Past the 20, 10, 5, and he cuts middle, creating space. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big run there by Johnson, 89 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 to 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Harold Landry in there to drop him at sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Come on.
Pass 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He gets it to Brown, complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
At the 39-yard line.
Mike 54.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Allen now operating from the gun. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Yeah, let's go.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Browns 42, Ravens 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. To the air, Allen, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being bumped.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Harold Landry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Check. 54. What we got?
Alert!
What we got?
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Harold Landry able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, home.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Now this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch one. Quit talking about it and bring it.
11.
Out of the gun, Luck. This one into the hands of Burton. And he gets it down to the 32.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mike Williams, 32 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
14. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they
Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
Let's go, tackle. We got
And here's Allen throwing on 3rd and long. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
57. Mike, 57.
Strong right.
Yeah, I got you. Check nickel. Kill.
Hey, turn it up.
No. Off.
SOS. Hey, check. SOS.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck being chased out left. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Go. 390.
One's the Mike. Watch one.
Check tight end. Check tight. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run it with Johnson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, orbit. On the ball.
54. Watch 54.
56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This will be caught by Brown. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 68 yards. Allen going to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I got him. Hey, tight.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Harold Landry, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Mike 5-4. Switch up, switch up. Shift, shift.
Regular.
In. Rush in. Take four.
Middle. Hey, seam 6.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Let's make up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes once more. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.